Hello, this is Dr. Cole Woolley, and this lesson is called Say No to Synthetic Fragrances. Synthetic fragrances are something that are found in commercial products that invade the household. Laundry, hair care, skin care, you name it. And you're starting on a journey for an all-natural household, a household that's safe, a household that you feel comfortable with. So anything that goes in the air, anything that you put on your skin, your clothes, all of that should be essential oil based because they are safe to your health. Now, what are these synthetic fragrances? Well, first of all, they're made out of petroleum oil, the black crude oil. They're refined, and in the refining process, there are chemicals that are isolated. Then chemicals are reacted, sometimes in a 2 to 5 step process in large kettles with catalysts to make these synthetic fragrances. Now, synthetic fragrances come in a variety of purities. There's the top grade, which is 99% pure and 1% impure. There's 95% pure with 5% impurity, and the aroma is affected by this. And then there's a technical grade that's 50 to 90% pure synthetic fragrance, and the rest is unwanted byproduct. The unknown byproduct has a lot of risk associated with it. Number one, it's not wanted. The chemical companies do not clean it up because it costs too much. And so the unwanted byproduct is just shipped with the product, put into laundry, skincare, hair care products, air care products, and then sent into the air of your household. So a lot of unknowns associated with this. In the toxicity realm, we're dealing with total unknowns. We don't know the toxic risk or the toxic possibilities, but definitely they're out there. So in a fragrance that's put into a laundry care, a hair care, skin care, or air care product, it's not just one component. It's not just one molecule called fragrance. No, it's made of a blend of 30 to 60 different synthetic fragrances. Did you hear that? 30 to 60 different synthetic fragrances are all put in a blend. There's top notes, medium notes, middle notes, and base notes. And these fragrances are basically trying to mimic the aroma of components that are found in nature. Look at these names. Do they look natural? They are definitely not. They are made-up names to associate themselves with a fragrance that's found in nature. But are they natural? No way. So with them comes a toxic risk, and mainly the constant exposure that is associated with the households that use these products. They're in the air, they're on the skin, they're on the clothes. It's constant exposure. One of the things that makes it difficult for most people is the fact that they don't know that the risk exists for them and their households. They think when they buy a shampoo, oh, it smells good, I like this one. Okay, that's the one I want. Well, when they look at the label and it says fragrance, they think, oh yeah, I like this fragrance. This is a good fragrance. This is a good shampoo. Well, they're putting themselves at risk because those 30 to 60 synthetic fragrances that are found in each blend of fragrance that goes into a product like this just requires one word, either fragrance or perfume. And look at these countries and their requirements. In the United States, one word. Canada, one word. Australia, one word. China, Southeast Asia, and Japan. They all require just one word to describe a blend of synthetic fragrances, and they're byproducts, they're unwanted byproducts, and that's all. So most citizens of these countries are at high risk of constant exposure to synthetic fragrances and their toxic possibilities. Now, synthetic fragrance regulation doesn't exist. So there's no government regulation. The fragrance industry simply regulates themselves. And there's no global regulation. Fortunately, in the EU, there's a required listing if an ingredient or a fragrance is an allergen to the skin or the body. But other than that, the other countries don't require a skin allergen or an allergen description on the bottle. Now, mainly, companies that put products out with fragrance are not required to do anything except for to put one word. They're not required to do toxicological studies, no research on toxicology, how it affects the human body. And there's no budget required for that. So I would like you to go out and try and find labels either in your house or at the store. Look on hair care, skin care, air care products, sprays, air care sprays, laundry products. See for yourself if you can find the word perfume or parfum or the word fragrance, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. So this lesson has been all about saying no to synthetic fragrances. That synthetic fragrances are produced from crude oil and they are synthesized in multiple steps and their purity is not always the best, and so there's byproducts. These synthetic fragrances and byproducts can cause a toxic risk to your health, and they're unwanted. The best way for you to live an all-natural life and have an all-natural home is to use essential oils into the air, in your laundry, on your skin, in your hair, all these places. Remember, it's just a drop or two for a better you.